Chris Rock just threw a wild comedic jab at Donald Trump. But then, Caroline Leavitt went off and totally flipped the script live on air. Yeah, this drama exploded right on national TV. Comedy icon Chris Rock hit the stage, mic in hand, flashing that mischievous grin, and dropped a zinger about Trump's marriage. Melania? She ain't even living in the White House. She's trapped in there, praying Donnie vanishes like one of his bankrupt casinos. The crowd? They lost it, roaring with laughter. But just when things were heating up, Caroline Leavitt stepped in, and suddenly, it was Rock who looked cornered. Dressed sharp, with a stare that could cut glass, she turned that set into Rock's personal nightmare. But before we dive deeper into this showdown, drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. And don't forget to hit subscribe. You don't want to miss stories like this, trust me. As the studio lights blazed and the energy rose, host Samantha Pierce walked out, all professional poise, though you could see the curiosity behind her smile. "Welcome to the Pulse," she chimed. "Tonight, we've got two big names, comedy legend Chris Rock and White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. Let's welcome them both." The crowd burst into cheers as Rock strolled in from stage left, slick black leather jacket, smirk on full blast like he was ready for a rumble. He gave a wave, dropped into his seat, mic already gripped tight. Samantha leaned forward, tone playful but loaded. "Chris, that Melania Trump joke last week, you had the whole country cracking up. What did you mean when you said she's praying for Donald to disappear?" Rock chuckled loud, head thrown back, eyeing the audience. "What did I mean? Come on, Samantha. Melania ain't no first lady. She's a model caught in a contract even a sketchy lawyer would avoid. I swear, she's probably in the mirror every night saying, 'I'm fine' in 5 languages, praying for a hurricane to carry Donald into the Pacific." The audience exploded again, some whistling, the studio buzzing like a live wire. Rock stood up, pacing like a preacher with a mic. "I mean, have y'all seen her at those press briefings? She's standing there thinking, 'I gave up Milan Fashion Week for this guy who's stared into an eclipse.' Trump's running this country like a rebooted Apprentice episode, and Melania's the only contestant who can't vote him off."
Cheers.
Laughter. Pure chaos. "And you know," Rock added, "I read somewhere from 2017 to 2021, she appeared in public with him less than 200 times. That's less than the number of tweets he sent in 1 month. Think about that." Samantha chimed in. "Chris, you've clearly done your homework, but don't you think that's a little much?" Rock raised a brow. "A little much? I haven't even warmed up yet, Samantha. Trump thinks he's King Midas, but everything he touches turns to disaster. Casinos?
Gone.
Airlines?
Gone.
This marriage? Melania is gold stuck in a dollar store copper furnace. I bet she wanted to file for divorce the day he tried to buy Greenland like it was a bucket of KFC. The audience lost it again. Someone even shouted, "Preach." But then a shift. From stage right, Caroline Leavitt entered and the vibe changed. The crowd hushed for a second. She stepped in, tailored navy suit, blonde ponytail, walking like she owned the room. She sat across from Rock, her stare icy. No words yet, just presence. Rock looked over, grin still glowing. "Oh, look who showed up. Trump's rescue squad. What now, gonna have Secret Service cuff me for making folks laugh? Or hand me that prenup Melania signed by mistake?" A few chuckles. But the tension was thickening. Samantha turned to Leavitt. "Caroline, you heard Chris. Thoughts?" Leavitt didn't blink. Fingers tapping lightly, lips pursed. She stared through Rock like glass. He kept going anyway. "Caroline, I know you're Trump's mouthpiece. How much they payin' you? $180K a year? Be real, Melania looks at Trump like I look at my tax bill. Since the eclipse, she's been dying to yell, 'Donald, I'm trapped.' But hey, he thinks it's the best marriage in history. Like he thinks he won the election in a landslide." Rock walked up to her table, pointing. "This kid can say whatever, but I got stats. Melania only smiled in public 12 times during his whole term. I counted on Google." The audience howled, but Leavitt still didn't flinch. Then she stood.
Calm. Cool.
Voice sharp like a blade. Chris, are you done? She said, dead serious. Because now it's my turn. Time to show you what truth actually looks like. Rock tried to cut in. Oh, she wants to play now. Levitt raised a hand, shut it down. Voice louder than the crowd's laughter. Don't call me kid, Chris. I'm the White House press secretary. And I'm not here to play some comedy club nonsense with you. You think you can just stand here, drag the president's family into a joke, and walk away like a street clown? You're wrong. The audience?
Silent.
Jaws dropped. Rock blinked, clearly trying to hold his swagger. Lying?
Please, he said.
I'm just saying what everybody sees. Levitt's voice rose.
No.
You're spreading lies. And I'll prove it. Real stats, not Google jokes. Melania hosted over 50 charity events, met more than 30 heads of state, represented America across 15 international trips. That's not a prisoner. That's a powerful, respected woman. Applause started. Levitt wasn't done. And you? Making hurricane jokes and talking prenups like this is open mic night. I won't let you turn the president's family into a punchline just for your next Netflix special. Rock laughed, trying to take the mic back. 50 events, huh? But how many times did she look ready to bolt? Levitt stepped closer. You want to talk about looks? Fine. I see a woman who stood by her husband through every storm. You? You've only stood beside your mic, and a crowd that's paid to laugh. The studio went wild, gasps, claps, even whistles. Rock opened his mouth, but Levitt steamrolled. You think she wants Trump gone? She's been with him through 3 campaigns. That's not stuck. That's called loyalty, something you clearly don't understand. Samantha tried to jump in again. Okay, wow, Caroline, but Levitt wasn't done. I'm not just defending, she said, fire in her voice. I'm correcting the record. You're standing here making fun of a woman who isn't here to speak for herself. And by the way, she doesn't need to smile for the cameras to prove her strength. The crowd roared louder. Chris, gripping the mic tighter, flinching. Stale jokes, she added, might have worked before, but not now. Not here. Rock tried one last swing. I was famous before you were born, kid. Levitt? Dead calm. And I was born to do this. What were you born to do, Chris? Yell and rant for attention? Hide behind punchlines. The crowd exploded. Rock flinched. Again. You call Trump a failure, she snapped. But under him, GDP grew 3%. Unemployment dropped to 3.5%. And you? What's your big win? An HBO special from the 90s. More claps. Rock staggered. I'm talking about Melania. No, she interrupted. You're slandering the president's family, and I'm here to stop it. She worked for peace, children, and the country, while you mock from behind a mic. Rock rose again, mic trembling. You think you beat me with numbers? I don't care. I say what people feel, and they laugh, because I'm right. Levitt just smiled, cold. They laugh because you're a clown, Chris. I don't need trophies. I've got the truth. Samantha tried again to mediate. Okay, we need to. Rock shouted. Melania's a prisoner. I bet she had divorce papers ready the day he stared at the sun. He slammed the mic, again. Audience stunned. Levitt stepped in, voice low but powerful. You bet a lot, Chris. But facts don't care about bets. Melania stayed with the president, through everything. That's strength, not a cage. Applause drowned out Rock's next words. And then, Levitt, ice in her tone, ended it. You can scream. You can rant. But tonight you lost. And the truth? The truth just won.